Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Sunday Spoon. My name is Samira and today feels different. Not pink, not Valentine's coded. Today kitchen smells like onions, fresh herbs and something that reminds me of being a 5-year-old kid. Especially the time that I was sitting at the kitchen table while all the women from my family were folding dough faster than I could ever blink. We are making Dagestani Kurze, and if you grow up somewhere near the Caucasus, you already know this isn't just food. This is an event, this is a group activity. This is call your cousin and tell her to come help energy. Kurze are these beautiful little dumplings from Dagestan. They look a bit like vareniki or manti at the first glance, but the way we sew them is different. There's this braid along the top that almost looks like someone carefully braided each dumpling along the top. Dagestan has so many ethnic groups, Avar, and one of them is my best friend, Lesgin, and one of them is me, Kumik, Dargin, and so on. And each one has its own style of kurze. Some are shaped different, some have potato filling, some are boiled, some are steamed. But the beef ones, the classic, this is what we are doing today. I love that this dish survived centuries of mountain life. Dagestan isn't flat and easy, it's mountains, cold weather, and villages. So the food has to be filling, practical, and made from simple ingredients. Flour, meat, onion, herbs, nothing fancy. So let's start with the dough. For this recipe we need 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 large egg, and about 1 cup minus 1 tablespoon of iced cold water. Yes, ice cold, not warm, not room temperature, ice cold. I literally have ice in this bottle of water. Cold water keeps the dough firm and helps it hold the filling without turning into sticky situation later. Take your big bowl because there will be a lot of dough. I pour the flour into a big bowl, add the salt, just 1 teaspoon, crack in the egg, and start mixing with my hand. And as you mix, slowly add the cold water, iced water. At first, it might look that there is not enough liquid. It feels dry and a little bit crumpy. Don't panic, just keep bringing it together with your hands. And this is the part when you stop being delicate. Whether you like it or not, knead the dough for 10 to 15 minutes. Not just 2 minutes, not until you're bored, 10 to 15 minutes. Actually knead it. Push with the heel of your hand, fold it, rotate it, repeat it. It should become smooth and firm, not sticky, not soft like pizza dough. Kurze dough is stronger. It needs to survive all the boiling water and the filling inside. By the end, your arms low-key feel like you just went to the gym. Traditional Dagestani workout. Once it's smooth, you can cover it with a plastic bag or, as I always do, cover it with a little blanket and let it rest for a full hour. And yes, an hour sounds long, but that rest time matters. The gluten relaxes just like you do. The dough becomes easier to roll later and you of course get a little break. This is usually the moment that I start thinking. In Dagestan, kurze are rarely made alone. There is usually someone rolling, someone filling, and someone sealing. Conversation happen, life updates happen. You don't just cook, you sit, you fold, and you talk. And by the time you are done, you've made like 100 dumplings and solved at least 3 family problems. Of course, during this hour while the dough rests, you can just sit and relax, but we will make the filling. We need at least 1 pound of ground beef, 1 teaspoon of salt, a mix of spices. I have black pepper, paprika, and red pepper, 2 onions, and 1 tablespoon of sour cream. This is a homemade one. And the secret ingredient are herbs. Yes, this is a lot of herbs and we are going to use all of them. First, we'll finely chop the onions. And not just fine, very fine. And this is important. Big chunks will tear the dough later. Now, let's chop the herbs so I can add them in a food mixer. The smell of the herbs feels unreal. It smells so good and the smell is so strong itself. I think this is fine enough. Very small pieces. Now into a bigger bowl goes the ground meat. I need a half of it. Onions and the herbs. Next goes the salt. All the spices to your taste. And the sour cream. Mix it with your hands. It's messy, but it's the best way to evenly combine everything. And this is how your filling should look like. Now it's time to take our dough and roll it. I will divide the dough into 2 sections so it will be easier to work with. The dough is so soft but it's not sticky, so we can easily roll it out. Roll it out thin, not paper thin but definitely not thick. About 1/16 inch thick. If the dough will be too thick, the dumplings itself, the kurze, will be too doughy. If you roll it out too thin, they'll tear. It's all about balance. Life lesson hidden in the kurze. Now, using a glass or a special cutter for the dough, I make circles about 3 to 4 inches wide. You will need the leftovers of the dough. Just roll this out with another part. And since my circles are not as perfect, I will roll them out a little bit. And now take your filling and place about 1 tablespoon of a filling in the center, maybe a little bit less. And now the iconic part, sealing the kurze. Let me show you a little bit closer. Instead of just folding them in half, like dumplings, and pressing the edges, you pinch one side, like this, and start creating like overlapping pleats along the edge. I think I have too much filling, but yeah. Almost braiding it like you do with hair, like this. Let me show you one more time. This is the dough, this is the filling, maybe a little bit less. My circles turn out to be small. And now pinch one side and start braiding. This is the dumpling. I also had a short video in my shorts. You can watch it too, maybe you understand better. The first kurze might look questionable, but it's not a big deal because you will learn. And I wasn't able to braid like this for a long time, and it was like a few months ago that I actually learned how to do this, and my mom does it way better. And now I quickly finish all the circles that I have. There is more. To cook them, bring a big pot of salted water to a boil. When it's boiled, drop the kurze in carefully, but don't overcrowd the pot. And just wait a little bit. I will close the pot, but not completely. Mix them a little bit just for them not to stick on the bottom of the pot. Once they float like this to the surface, let them cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. The filling cooks inside while the dough turns tender but still slightly chewy. Oh, look at this. Now scoop them out. This glossy finish is mandatory. Kurze aren't trendy. They're not aesthetic cafe food. They're practical, filling, handmade. And I kind of love that. They don't need to impress anyone. They've been perfect for centuries. So if you never tried to make the kurze before, I think this is your sign. Invite someone over, make too many, talk while you fold them, laugh at the ugly ones, and eat them straight from the plate with melted butter dripping everywhere. Thank you for spending this Sunday today cooking something from my culture. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel Sunday Spoon, and wait for more videos and rewatch the old ones, or start watching them if you didn't watch them before. I'll see you next Sunday with another recipe and another story. Bye bye!